What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today we're taking out the KPz-70, a battle rating 9.0 German medium tank. A custom skin for which you can find it in the description below. I got two games for you. They were recorded back to back. First one is on Normandy. My strategy for this first game is quite simple. I wanted to take the beach side, rush this middle area where the rock formation is, and deny them the lighthouse area. There's a little strip of land that extends out to a lighthouse out to the far right. I wanted to get out here and just hold up and deny them any sort of shot at getting to that lighthouse strip, because if they can get there, they can use ATGMs as well as APFSDS shells, and they can pretty much clear out anything near the beach or on the even on the top of the seawall. So, we've got tanks over here. The cap. Here's an MBT-70. He's backtracking. He quite possibly could have backtracked a little bit and gone up and over by that lighthouse tower, or he could have gone in the city. Regardless of what his strategy may have been, he's out. And although he probably isn't out of the match because he did get the cap. Now, you notice I'm not pushing. This is one mistake I think some MBT or KPZ drivers make, is they have this 51.7 ton vehicle powered with this 1500 horsepower engine, and they just want to go, constantly pushing. That's not always the right idea. So here I just want to help protect this area here. So I push out, because this has so much horsepower. I'm able to push out and reverse without taking any sort of damage in return, either by the MBT that I shot or by the chieftain that's right behind him. There's two tanks there. Get the MBT that I shot, and then there's I believe a chieftain Mark 10 a little bit closer to that seawall. Right, MBT's down, chieftain goes down as well. So quick that he didn't even move his gun barrel. That's one of the benefits of this drivetrain. It's not about just holding W and just going. It's about making use of that horsepower in selective opportunities. Know when to push. Because while the MBT or the KPZ, it's basically the same tank, they have very good spaced armor. They're not as resilient as some of the other tanks that are in the game or that will be coming in patch 1.77. So after about a minute of scouting the beach side, left, right, and center, I couldn't find anything, so I decided to push up and use this tank's mobility to see what we can do to help out my allies. And now that we've got fire coming out from the left, not sure what it is, but here we go. MBT-70. He's managed to push through the city unscathed, but we're about to take him out. Right to the back of the turret, just the ammo rack and multiple crew. I thought I heard a shot from my right over here by the monument. Also, there's smoke near the church on the cap, so there's somebody probably near there. Not sure what this. Okay, shots fired, so I push him. Chieftain. That's not a Mark 10 because I was able to quite easily pen the cheek of his turret. So now we got to go investigate and see whether this guy is going to push me down here or if he's going to stay up top. He's not coming down yet. Oh, there he goes. You can see his tank just a little bit. Saw some exhaust and I think some dirt being moved around by the tracks. Oh, he's trained. He's got that gun pre-aimed. And yeah, I see you, you see me. We get it. Now we're in a bit of a pickle. I don't have artillery up yet, and I don't have any smoke shells. I made the mistake of opting to use ATGMs instead of smoke this time. If you have the opportunity to use smoke, take smoke. Because here we've got a 2-on-1. Another chieftain, take him out. The chieftain that I originally shot pushes, I blind him with my machine gun, I pull forward so that he misses his shot, and they send another guy down here. Damn it! An M60 rise. I fat finger the my extinguishers I have 5 for the artillery and 6 for the extinguishers, and I hit them both, so that kind of screwed me up there. I reverse, forcing him into the smoke. Take a shot. I miss the crew. Light him on fire. He lights me on fire again. I'm holding down the trigger button so that as soon as that shell loads, it fires. There's no hesitation. There's no delay. I use my last extinguisher. 5 kills. Let's go. Now, I've eliminated all the tanks that they've sent at me except for that one Chieftain Mark V. And like before, I don't have smoke. If I had smoke shells, I would have pushed this guy initially. But we're going to be in the same predicament as last time. 1v1. He's going to be pre-aimed at this corner. The problem is, what do you do? You're going to have to rely on your teammates. Either that or reverse, go up top. But he'll probably see that coming. So there's only so many options that I can use. See, pre-aimed. Okay. Are you going to actually try to shoot me this time, or what are we going to do? So I mark the map, let them know that there's a tank there. I even type in the chat, there's a chieftain. Anybody want to come help? Oh crap, the guy in the cap just died. ZSC would have been nice. Well, he's actually going to fight me. Kind of. Got his engine on fire. Now, because I'm down a couple of... I don't want to be too aggressive. The MBT has an autoloader system, so even though I'm down crew, my reload rate isn't affected by those lost crew members. That being said, I'm down. I only got 2 guys left, so if I lose one, I'm dead. So I try to make the safest approach, and that is continue to fire shots into the transmission and engine area of the tank. Trying to set the vehicle on fire, but I just can't seem to hit the magic spot. The first shot was ideal. So it set him on fire. Now it just nothing. Thank God. Oh, got the MiG-17 with a clutch save. Would have been really nice to have smoke again, because that could have opened up a lot of options. They have a guy up here, Chieftain Mark 10. Get out of here, buddy. And just like that, that's the power of the KPZ. The ability to push a spot, take out the enemy, and push in to get the cap. That's kill number 6. That would be my last engagement in this battle. But just briefly, I want to mention why I didn't push that chieftain further. It wasn't just that I didn't want to risk losing a crew member. It was I didn't want to risk being set on fire. On the KPz-70, there's a large fuel tank in the front right. As you're driving it, as you're facing it, it's on the left. If that Chieftain Mark V, which would have likely been firing APDS, would have penned that, and he would have likely penned it because he had elevation advantage on me. So it would have quite easily penned that, even though I was well angled. It would have likely set me on fire. Now, that would have been okay if that had happened, say, 5 minutes earlier, but because because of that encounter with the Rise, the M60 Rise, I had used both of my extinguishers, so a third fire would have been fatal. So either a fire would have killed me, or a crew member lost would have killed me. Either way, I had to rely on my team, unless I was going to make a different approach and go up and around, or perhaps go down further on the beach. If I had smoke, this would have had a different outcome. In fact, I would end up using smoke in future matches because of this sort of encounter. If you have the option, I highly recommend taking smoke shells. You don't need a lot. I would say 3 or 4 at the most. Here we are in game number 2. We are in Eastern Europe, Domination. This map is going to get a change in patch 1.77. You'll notice I took the outside flank on the southern half of the map. I didn't go in the city, I didn't go to the north. I didn't go in the city because I knew what was going to be in there. There were going to be Chieftain Mark 10s most likely, because that's a very popular tank right now. Instead, I wanted to use my speed and maneuverability out here and push the sides. Let them brawl in the city, and I'll flank. That's what I'm best at with this vehicle. But we don't push the spawn, we don't do anything weird, we just flank the sides. And we line them up, and we knock them down. We flank and spank, as they say. Mark 10 goes down. Just use binoculars to see above these bushes. If for something else to drive up and replace that Mark 10. Here we have a second Mark 10 with a cute little panda bear on the side. And we'll rack him. And just wait for reinforcements to continue to push up. We know that they are there. They've got B locked down. We got a couple guys with me, a couple guys on the opposite side of the water. But all in all, they've got the middle of the city pretty locked down. I'm looking not only near the city, but I'm also looking on the other side of the river because there are people over there. MBT driving right up here. It makes sense to look in the city, but you have to look on this outside flank. Whether you're talking about low tier or high tier, there are almost always people over here. Whether you get the right spawn or the left spawn, both teams always send at least one person over here, and sometimes it can be an interesting fight. I think the most I've ever encountered over here is 5 people. That was absolutely insane battle. I don't think if memory serves, I didn't come out on top of that. Once again, they are just knocking them down. Chieftain Mark 10 killer Gepard. There's also an AMX-30 that has been killing everything left and right up here. Problem is, I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's behind his spawn or if he's by the windmills. So I'm just looking around trying to find out where this guy is. And foolishly, I didn't notice that the guy on the map basically pointed out where he is. You see that road right in front of me? He's right in front of me, just to my right. But he's almost impossible to actually see because of his exact positioning. He's in amongst a very small forest that they have on this map, and I hate that position. I go in there sometimes, and I do well occasionally. It's really well hidden because of the trees, but there's almost no hard cover. There's no hill to hide behind. I know there's something on the other side of the water. There's also something here on this side. Just waiting for something to push out. Here we go. Take the Falcon down. I know, not much of a threat, but a Falcon can disable gun barrels and all kinds of stuff, and can cause trouble. So you gotta eliminate those. Get him off the cap, and here we go. I got a guy across the water. An M60 Rise. Gotta get him off the map. It just barely grazed him. I'm waiting for him to just show enough of his lower plate. Here we go. Fire. You can see that the ERA doesn't really do much for protection against EPFSDS shells. They got his cannon breach, so he can't fire back. But you'll notice that I have no problem finding where he is. He's pretty much disabled at this point. And a little bit lower, take out his driver, tank down. That's kill number 5. They're calling for people to attack the B point, and I understand it. We're losing tickets, but you don't want to go in there half-cocked. You don't want to go in there recklessly. I know this AMX-30 is around here somewhere. I just don't know where he is. I would spend a couple of minutes driving around looking for him. Well, maybe more like a minute. And I couldn't find the guy. I had no idea where he was. So eventually I just had to push in. I knew we had to get some sort of pressure back on Bravo, as we were losing that. And off to my right, I see a chieftain approaching. Shoot him. Just a little bit too late. Get him on the engine, but he's on fire. I continue to push in. I don't want to give him a shot, and here's the AMX-30. He bounced a shot off me. I can't see him. He's in there somewhere. There he is. Well, so much for that. Just use my machine guns, because apparently the AMX-30 is a piece of crap. You don't need a proper cannon to kill him. You can just machine gun it. It's no wonder I haven't researched this tank yet. It was horizontal. Okay, the chieftain near Bravo is down. Come on, a little bit lower. There we go. Kill number 6. Anybody else? Couldn't believe the AMX, man. He was in there. He was tucked away in there so well. I just could not see him. I need to start running ultra low quality on 4K. I'm sure you guys won't mind that, right? So they go for B, I go for A. We just try to get those tickets bleeding a little bit quicker. Really ratchet up the pressure on the enemy team. You can see this tank has no problem going through this ridiculous terrain. If this were a chieftain, it would be considerably slower, because it just does not have the horsepower for the weight. There's an absurd difference between this and pretty much any of the chieftains. It's one of the reasons that the chieftains like to stay in the city, where it's more flat terrain. I hear trouble. Oh crap. That's the AMX guy. All he got was my gun. That's okay. He tried. We're gonna cap this. We're gonna win it. Oh, another bomb. Nice. P-63. It's a really good vehicle in ground RB. If my memory is correct, I believe it has 3 500-pound bombs. So that'd be 2 bomb drops. They're really good bombs, but you have to be pretty accurate with them. Here he comes back with another vehicle. Nice try. But there really is no comparison between the AMX-50 Surbase and the KPz-70. If the Surbase would have had a stabilizer, he probably could have killed me. Probably, because the Surbase got one heck of a gun. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up with a look at the battle results. Got a nice little battle trophy to finish things off. With 7 kills, racked up over 42,000 in silver lines. A little over 5,600 in vehicle research. But good on that TYT guy, because he nearly got me twice there. Actually 3 if you count the, let's see, the AMX-30, the P-63, and the AMX-50 Surbase. Damn close. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that thumbs up button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care, guys.